Okay, hello, welcome to the weather update. The second time I got to do it over again because I realized that the microphone wasn't on. Oh boy, so I got to do this all over again. So we had some clouds around today, some cirrus. You see it here. A lot of this cirrus clouds, kind of pretty, especially toward the sunset. We had some really pretty looking cirrus clouds in the sky, which really made for a nice sunset as we got toward the end of the day there. Pretty nice, actually. And it was cool. Very comfortable day today. We're going to go over the high temperatures today. Right now, temperatures are in the mid 60s. Dew points still manageable in the 50s, but they are starting to come up. Very interesting range of temperatures today, though. We did have a variation here with the temperatures. Long Island generally upper 60s to around 70 degrees, maybe low 70s on the North Shore, cooler on the South Shore. But look at how much warmer it was in Jersey. You'll see highs in the mid 70s there. So a difference, quite a lot warmer in Jersey than Long Island. You clearly see that difference there. Like I said, I'm not going to go over every little thing over again, so this weather update might be a little short. Looking at the skies, you can see right now we don't have too many clouds around. But let's go and look at the MODIS satellite here. This is from today. You can see we had a number, not a really nice clear blue sky today. Cirrus contrails and a little haze out there, but temperatures were very comfortable. Like I said, you're not going to be getting that tomorrow. We're going to be dealing with a vastly different picture for tomorrow. Is a slight risk of severe weather for our area. When we get into the models, you'll see that, and that's because we have a lot of heat. But over Long Island, it'll be cooler with the sea breeze. So slight risk, way upstate, marginal for New Jersey and New York City and maybe the North Shore, Nassau County. Let's go look at the models here, and let's go and take a closer look. I can't believe I gotta go through it. It's nothing more annoying than having to go through everything all over again, but that's what I have to do because I wasn't looking at the levels and seeing that my microphone wasn't turned on. So you'll see tomorrow here. Here comes this cold front, and you'll see here the HRRR and the NAM actually have a different type of layout. NAM actually develops a squall line. HRRR very scattered. Showers and thunderstorms with the front, mainly over Jersey. That moves on out, and then we're dry for Thursday as far as the precipitation goes. We're going to look at the temperatures now, and you'll see tomorrow is going to be pretty hot. So we look at the temperatures, you'll see 90s over Jersey. Look at that. 90s. Jersey's going to go out in the 90s. City, upper 80s to around 90. North Shore, probably mid 80s. Middle of the island, around 80s. South Shore, 70s. Front moves through. And it doesn't really drop the temperatures all that much. Thursday may actually wind up being a little warmer for parts of Long Island with highs in the low 80s, but the humidity will be less. So if you look at the humidity, you'll see lower dew points for your Thursday. But look at the dew points tomorrow, well into the 60s. And you'll look at the wind direction, you'll see it's from the southwest with a southerly component. That means a good sea breeze for Long Island. Let's go look at the NAM now. And we'll go to the radar here, and you'll see the NAM forms this line, pretty intense line off to the west here. That is over Pennsylvania. This is like severe thunderstorms here. So this looks like could be severe thunderstorms over Jersey with that heat. It wouldn't surprise me, but gets to Long Island, look what happens. Peters out. Once it hits that sea breeze, it's going to fall apart pretty quickly probably, and then dry for your Thursday. All right. When we go beyond that, we have the weekend. Now there is divergence in the when it comes to the weekend models, and I'm gonna just get to it in brief here. Friday, GFS has this much larger low pressure system, and has the fronts just stalling out and lingering in the vicinity all weekend long, and ruining your Memorial Day weekend with waves of low pressure coming along it. Now when we go out and we look at the longer range on the GFS here. You will see that the longer range is quite wet. It has this high sitting over us and feeds basically a Pineapple Express type of situation right through most of the beginning part of June. All right, so this is what the GFS has. Pineapple Express, humidity, showers coming from the Gulf of Mexico. That is what the GFS has. However, when we go ahead and we look at the European model, which, like I said, I have to go over all of this again, so it's going to, like I said, not be as good the second time. I do apologize for that. When we go over the European model, you'll see it's completely different. So we go to the rain forecast and we go to rain accumulation and we go next 10 days, you see the European doesn't really have a lot of rain. It has that feed much further off to the south and east. And in the next 10 days, European only gives us 0.7 inches of rain over Long Island, whereas if we go to the GFS for the next 10 days, it's 3.76. So you can see there's a big difference in where this all sets up on the models. And we go to the clouds, you'll see again what happens. So we look at the clouds, all right. You'll see tomorrow we'll have that sunshine, all right? So that's going to help destabilize things over Jersey. We'll go to back to tropical tidbits in a minute. But you'll see here, Thursday mostly sunny. You see Friday, here comes the Friday system. But look what the European does. It takes it offshore and pushes it off to the south, so we have increasing sunshine for Saturday. And it's off enough to the south that we might actually get some more sunshine on Sunday, too. And then Monday, it's out of here, or it's mostly to the south, all right? But when we look at the GFS, it's completely different. So you look at the GFS, you'll see it's all dependent on how this system evolves. You can see the GFS keeps us in the clouds and the moisture all weekend long. So there is a big difference between these two models as we get toward the weekend, which I'm going to elaborate in the weather update as we get. We got to deal with tomorrow's severe weather first. So let's go back to the Ventus sky, and we're going to look at the thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. We're first going to start looking at the Cape. And you'll see that elevated Cape over New Jersey. All right, let's get that out of the way there. Elevated Cape over New Jersey. But not so much. And I know on the North Shore, too, to some extent, but not over us. Here's 8 o'clock. And you can see it kind of just stays off to the west there, all right? When we look at the lifted index, you can see it's really pretty high off to the west. So that's what we're thinking. There's a good threat for some severe thunderstorms in Jersey, all right? But Long Island, I don't think so, because look at the flow, look at the arrows coming off the water. That means a sea breeze, which will help stabilize things. But it's still close enough that we need to watch it. And so let me put this to the temperatures, and you'll see here what I mean with the temperature range tomorrow. So you see 90s over Jersey, but you can see Long Island, middle of the island, like around 81, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. North Shore, mid-80s, and the South Shore in the 70s. So you'll see that difference. Other thing, let me go back to this, is the humidity, which we already spoke about. And if we look at the back to tidbits and we go and we look at the dew points, again, I apologize for all this. I'm trying to remember everything I covered. It's going to be hard to do it in the same order that I did originally. So you'll see what happens here on the GFS. You can see more of a stall front type situation here. Dry air does get in on Monday, but then we're dealing with more humidity again all throughout June. I really hope this doesn't happen because it's going to suck. I hate when we get into patterns like these. It's very dreary and very uncomfortable as well. On top of it, we do need the rain. However, I don't want really. I'd rather get the rain over with in a couple of systems than over a period of a couple of weeks. It's just gonna, especially with all that humidity. So let's go look at this the cloud situation. We'll go to the NAM here, and we'll show you what's going to happen for tomorrow. You can see we start off with some clouds, more sunshine by the afternoon. That helps to stabilize things. Here comes your line, and then Thursday. We should at least have some sunny periods. Whether we'll have a nice blue sky or not, it doesn't look like it according to the NAM. Now, if I look at the RGEM, it's completely different. All right, let's go to the 18Z RGEM here. So if we look at the RGEM, you will see here that you could see more in the way of clearer skies for Thursday. But I still don't think it's going to be a nice blue sky. And then this is as far out as you get on this. The RGEM is part of the Canadian model, so you can look at the Canadian. You can see the stalled front off to the south. So maybe we can get that front out of here eventually. But at least it looks like next week it wouldn't be as cloudy as the GFS. So hopefully we don't have a dreary, mucky June, but we'll have to see what happens with that. As we get into Thursday, well, let's get tomorrow over with first. Again, we got the severe weather that we've got to watch. Again, this thunderstorm threat that we're going to have to watch out for tomorrow, mainly over New Jersey. And again, there's going to be a huge difference between New Jersey and Long Island. It's going to be very hot in Jersey. Long Island probably won't be too bad at all. But again, you have these big differences here. with the models as we get past. So there's a big divergence in the models basically once we get past Thursday. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And hopefully the weekend won't be ruined. We do need the rain, but I'd rather not have this drag on for weeks and weeks on end. But you know the way it is sometimes. GFS says we flip our pattern. We go into a very humid, wet pattern. Euro says that doesn't happen. So we'll have to see what happens in the long range. But right now, we deal with tomorrow, which is going to be a hot day. It's going to be a humid day across the area. And it's going to be pretty uncomfortable, especially if you're in New Jersey. Long Island, it probably won't be too bad, especially if you're on the South Shore. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.